Interview 1.
Welcome to Education Today. Our topic today is the role of technology in modern education, and we're joined by Anna, a teacher and technology integration specialist. Anna, thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Technology has become an integral part of education, but how do you think it has changed the way we teach and learn?
Technology has dramatically changed the way we approach education. It has made learning more accessible and flexible. For example, students can now access educational materials online anytime and anywhere. Teachers also use interactive tools like virtual simulations and educational apps to make lessons more engaging and interactive.
That sounds very different from traditional classrooms. What are some of the advantages of using technology in the classroom?
One of the biggest advantages is that it allows for personalized learning. Each student can learn at their own pace, and teachers can provide customized lessons to address individual strengths and weaknesses. Additionally, technology helps students develop important skills like problem solving and critical thinking, which are essential in today's world.
Are there any challenges that come with integrating technology into education?
Yes, there are a few challenges. One of the main challenges is ensuring equal access to technology. Not all students have access to devices or reliable internet, which can create a digital divide. There's also the challenge of keeping students focused, as technology can be a distraction if not used properly.
What advice would you give to schools that are looking to improve their use of technology?
I'd recommend investing in teacher training. It's important for teachers to know how to use technology effectively to enhance learning, rather than just using it as a substitute for traditional methods. Schools should also prioritize providing equal access to technology for all students to ensure that no one is left behind. Interview 2.
Welcome to Wellness Weekly. Today, we're talking about the mental health benefits of gardening with Lisa, a horticultural therapist. Lisa, thank you for being here.
It's my pleasure.
Gardening seems to be a very calming activity. Can you tell us how gardening helps with mental health?
Absolutely, gardening has been shown to reduce stress, anxiety, and depression. When you're gardening, you're connecting with nature, which has a calming effect on the mind. The physical activity involved in gardening also releases endorphins, which help improve mood and reduce feelings of stress.
That's interesting. Are there specific types of gardening activities that are particularly beneficial for mental health?
Any type of gardening can be beneficial, but I'd say activities that involve nurturing plants, like watering and pruning, are especially calming. Even small tasks like planting seeds can give people a sense of accomplishment and purpose. Gardening also encourages mindfulness, as it requires you to focus on the present moment and be attentive to the needs of the plants.
Gardening sounds like a great way to relieve stress. What would you recommend to someone who wants to start gardening but doesn't have much space?
You don't need a large garden to benefit from gardening. You can start with a few pots on a balcony or even indoors. Herbs, small vegetables, or houseplants are great options for beginners. The important thing is to start small and enjoy the process.
What advice would you give to someone who struggles with motivation or time when it comes to gardening?
I'd suggest setting aside just a few minutes each day. Gardening doesn't have to take hours of your time. Even spending 10 to 15 minutes a day tending to your plants can have a positive impact on your mental health. It's also important to remember that gardening is a process, and it's okay if things don't go perfectly. The goal is to enjoy the experience. Interview 3.
Welcome to Work-Life Balance. Our guest today is Mark, a work-life balance coach, who will be sharing tips on how to manage the demands of work and family. Mark, thank you for joining us.
It's great to be here.
Balancing work and family life can be challenging, especially for people with busy careers. What are some of the main challenges people face in this area?
One of the biggest challenges is time management. Many people feel like there aren't enough hours in the day to get everything done, whether it's meeting deadlines at work or spending quality time with their families. Another challenge is the pressure to be perfect in both roles, which can lead to burnout. It's difficult to juggle both work responsibilities and family obligations without feeling overwhelmed at times.
That sounds stressful. How can people begin to find a better balance between work and family?
The key is to set clear boundaries and prioritize your time. It's important to define work hours and stick to them so you don't let work spill over into family time. Communication is also essential. Talking with your employer about flexible work arrangements or discussing your needs with your family can help create a more supportive environment.
That's good advice. Are there any specific strategies people can use to manage their time more effectively?
Yes, I recommend using time blocking techniques where you schedule specific times of the day for work, family, and personal time. This helps ensure that you're dedicating enough time to each area of your life. Another helpful strategy is delegating tasks, whether at work or at home. You don't have to do everything yourself, and asking for help can reduce stress.
What advice would you give to someone who feels like they're constantly struggling to keep up with both work and family?
First, don't be too hard on yourself. It's normal to feel overwhelmed at times, especially when balancing multiple responsibilities. Take a step back, reassess your priorities, and focus on what matters most. It's also important to take time for yourself. Self-care is key to maintaining a healthy balance between work and family life.